HIPAA, HITECH, and PHI. HIPAA stands for the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. It's a federal law that was created in 1996 that required the creation of national standards to protect patient information from being disclosed without their consent or knowledge. The HIPAA privacy rule provides federal protections for personal health information, including individually identifiable health information and protected health information, or PHI. Personal information such as a client name, address, diagnosis, or medical history must not be shared with anyone outside of the healthcare team. This includes any care that you provide to the client or information related to payment for care. HITECH stands for the Health Information Technology for Economic and Clinical Health. It was passed into law in 2009. When HIPAA was created, the use of and availability of electronic medical records was not as developed as it is today. As a result, HITECH was created to expand protection of health information to electronic medical records. Who do these laws apply to? HIPAA and HITECH applies to all health workers, including nurses, doctors, administrators, home health aides, and all the members in the home healthcare team. So what does this mean? This means that no one in the home healthcare team can give information about your client to anyone who's not directly involved in the client's care without official written consent. If you work in the client's home, you have the responsibility to protect their health and personal information. This means that you cannot tell any stories, no, even nice or cute ones. It's not your story to tell. It doesn't matter how difficult your day was or how well you performed. You cannot tell your friends, family, or other coworkers about the details of your day. Both the agency and the home health aide are legally responsible for protecting the health information of the client. Information about an individual should be accessed only to those who need it to provide care. If the home health aide fails to protect this information, they may be fined or even imprisoned. Fines can be in the millions, and prison sentences can be up to 10 years. Protected health information is serious business. If you're in doubt what to do, ask your supervisor. Here are some examples of public health information: your client's name, their address, their telephone number, their social security number, their email address, or their medical record number. Public health information guidelines extend to all type of communication. The home health aide must be responsible for the information and make sure that they do not inadvertently share confidential information. Before releasing information, ensure the authorization forms are on file and up to date. Releasing client information even 1 day after the form expires can result in a HIPAA violation. Never access a patient file unless you have been authorized to do so. Accessing the files of family or friends, or even your own file, without going through the proper channels is considered a HIPAA violation. How can confidentiality be broken? Here are some examples. If you leave a voicemail with private health information on a non-secure line, even if the message is for someone who has authority to access the information, you cannot be sure someone else may listen to the voicemail. Another example would be keeping notes on your client and then accidentally leaving them at the bus stop. This happens more than you'd think. Not properly identifying the person on the phone and then giving them private health information. Sending an email with private health information to the wrong email address. Sending a fax with private health information to the wrong number. Giving report to your supervisor within earshot of someone who should not hear private health information. Greeting a client in public. Sharing random, identifiable information about your client on social media. How can you protect your client's private health information? Don't include any client information in a voicemail. Just leave your name and contact number. Always make sure that you are not able to be overheard when making phone calls. Always make sure that you're speaking to the correct person by asking both first and last names. Don't call anyone from the client's phone number, as the person you are calling might have caller ID. Never talk about your client in a public place, even if it's to somebody who is part of the home health care team. Do not allow visitors in the home when you're working. Do not send an email with any private health information, and shred documents that you have that has any private health information. Store and file documents with private health information according to your company's policy. The HIPAA privacy rule gives clients the right to ask for information about their health condition. But it does not extend that right to many third parties, such as friends, family, and the clergy. If the client gives you permission to share details of their condition, only disclose the minimum amount possible. This can result in awkward situations where family and friends become angry and frustrated when you're not sharing information. In some situations, this can even prevent you from doing your job properly, or it can lead to a family submitting a complaint against you. It's important to keep up to date and stay informed about the latest changes and common violations. Some of these common violations might be keeping unsecured records, using data that's not encrypted, hacking, loss or theft of your device, such as an iPad, your cell phone, or a laptop, lack of employee training, gossiping or sharing private health information, employee dishonesty, improper disposal of records, unauthorized release of information, and third-party disclosure of private health information.